What's up, guys? It's wedding day. Today I'm at a venue that I've played at a ton in the past. It's called Pomona at Blue Barn, and today's going to be fun. It's going to be a good one. This venue, it does have a little bit of challenges to it. It's a very large venue, big ceilings, big open space. So the issue with this one is that if you don't dial in your sound settings properly, you can get a lot of echo. And for you guys who are watching this, just as a very quick tip, every single event that you do, make sure you're doing plenty of sound checks. Walk around the venue or the location that you're set up in and make sure that you are listening to your sound and you're adjusting it properly. Make sure that you are going into the furthest parts of the room or the area. It could be a far corner, it could be a far wall, and do multiple types of sound checks. Make sure you're using your mic, your wireless mic, you're doing sound checks. People can hear you from the furthest part of the venue, and play a couple songs, make sure it sounds good. And one of the things that I can tell you guys is there's a ton of DJs out there who think that the sound that they play has to cover an entire room, and that's not always the case. Many times all you need is the sound to fill the dance floor, the area right in front of your DJ booth. Because if you are playing your music so loud where people in the farthest corner or the farthest wall can hear the music really loud, that means the people on the dance floor, their ears are bleeding. So make sure that you're covering the dance floor when it comes to music and audio. And when it comes to speeches, then make sure that the whole room is covered in sound. And there's a lot of DJs out there where they set their levels on their speakers or their mixer or their controller, and then they never adjust it. They just leave it as is. And you can't do that from event to event, because every venue is going to be different, and you're going to really want to cater your sound and your audio and adjust your levels and your settings to each and every single spot that you're playing in, because no two venues are the same, no two locations are the same, and you always want to make sure that you are sounding good. And I can tell you the biggest way to make yourself look like an amateur or inexperienced DJ is to have terrible audio and sound. So make sure you're adjusting things properly. You're doing a lot of sound checks, not just music, but also with the mics. Walk around the room, go in the furthest corner, and just make sure everything is good, and you'll be all set. But today's wedding, full setup, full reception, ceremony sound, photo booth. It's going to be a big one. And today's officiant is a prior groom. The groom and his wife are both going to be attending as guests, but he's officiating today. And I think this might be his first officiating job. So I'm excited for him. I hope he does awesome. I know he'll do awesome, but I'm excited to see what he does and goes down this path of being an officiant. And hopefully I'll get to work with him more. But that bride and groom, it's interesting. I'll always remember their wedding because, one, it was Harry Potter themed, which is pretty awesome in itself. And two, their wedding happened 2 weeks before the whole world shut down because of COVID. So 2 reasons why I'll always remember their wedding. And but tonight they got a lot of people. This venue, it's beautiful, but like I said, it can be a challenge if you don't dial in your settings. It can be kind of echoey, but we'll be good. Also too, the venue, it's all white inside. So it's basically like a blank canvas to do some really cool stuff with a monogram, up lighting, wash lighting, and it'll be a lot of fun. So I'm gonna unload, get everything inside, start setting up. You guys know how my gig logs go, so I will just kind of fast forward through everything and speed everything up. Like my last gig log, I'll probably just overlay what all the gear is that I'm using. A lot of the same gear from gig log to gig log. I don't change my gear very often unless I really have to, depending on the event. But yeah, so you guys will see how it goes. Everything's set up. Main reception sound is good to go. Photo booth is good to go. Monogram is good to go. Ceremony setup is good to go. Up lights are all around the room, and we are ready to party tonight. So I have about 2 hours left. I'm gonna just run around, do my usual, getting all the pictures and B-roll and all kinds of video, and I'll be ready to get this show going. It's gonna be a fun one tonight. The groomsmen are already outside partying, so I guess that's sort of to give you what's to come. Usually when you see wedding parties getting wild and crazy even before everything starts, you know it's gonna be a good night. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fun. And yeah, so we'll get some video and you'll see everyone dancing, and I adjusted all my levels so that everything is sounding really good. The nice thing is that the sound carries in this room, so you don't really have to crank it. I never redline my audio anyways. I always blip maybe like a middle orange LED, but that's as far as I go. But with tonight, I don't even need to go into the orange. I can keep everything in the green, and it's gonna sound fantastic in here. So yeah, I'm gonna change, get cleaned up, get not so sweaty, and I'm ready to go.